The internet is on fire now that the unthinkable has finally happened. For years, we have been watching 50 Music, Cent and T. I take part in one of the most premeditated and heartless chess games in hip-hop history. Music, but everyone was unprepared for the tactical bomb that popped out of nowhere on our timelines. Music social media is going crazy over claims that 50 Cent Music has officially pulled the trigger on his most lethal weapon to date. Rumor has it that the first episode of the Long Rumor documentary has finally been released, and the entire industry has been taken aback by its title. If the rumors are even partially true, the rap game has fundamentally changed. They call them the Gay Party Files. Snorts fans are shocked, and the environment is complete chaos as everyone attempts to figure out what is actually in this movie. Are talking about accusations that dive into the dark corners of corporate secrets that were never intended to be disclosed, and go beyond ordinary beef. There's a lot of tension because 50 Music Cent isn't just trolling this time. He is allegedly presenting a narrative that links T-Music to some of the most controversial and exclusive groups in the entertainment business. The Harris music family is apparently in a state of severe emergency because these headlines dominate music every news cycle. People's emotions were running high when the news emerged, and many theories about how and why this footage was obtained are spreading. 50 made the decision to break the silence right now. Is this the final blow that puts an end to a 20-year conflict? The stakes have never been higher as millions of people examine each person's personal life online. Keep an eye out, since this is no longer just a rap war. There will only be one side that survives this whole battle for reputation. The issue escalated music faster than anyone could have predicted as the initial rumors about the alleged music footage began to spread like wildfire throughout the industry. It all started with a series of mysterious posts that hinted at a vast file collection that 50 Cent was purportedly hoarding for years, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash an assault. The sources claim that Music is a carefully selected documentary style expose that goes deeply into the private lives of T and his close friends, rather than just a collection of films. The streets are talking about a certain event, known as the secret industry parties, where it's hard to tell what is true and what isn't. Fans are shocked to learn that the location described by the new material is drastically different from the gritty street image that T has maintained for decades. According to these most recent news reports, the film claimed to show well-known individuals in situations they never intended for public consumption. The tension escalated further. Music, when insiders started claiming that several of the Harris family's former associates had become whistleblowers, providing background music for these quiet passages. Imagine what transpired at the Harris residence when they discovered that 50 Cent's ghost had passed away. Finally, provocations were becoming dangerous and serious. Rumor has it that Music T was seen pacing his office and shouting into his phone that everything he had spent the last 20 years building was a total fabrication. His voice was reportedly trembling with a mix of rage and disbelief when he informed his legal team that they had to turn off the internet music if needed. But 50 Cent is known for being 5 steps ahead, and the story had already escaped the prison. The Harris family disagreed on how to respond. Some wanted to go on the attack, while others suggested keeping quiet music to stop the fire from acquiring more oxygen. However, it's hard to remain silent when your name is trending for all the wrong reasons. The issues started to involve more celebrities who were allegedly seen in the background of these leaked portions. Music. Every time a new screenshot surfaced online, another name would be mentioned, causing panic to spread throughout the business. These gatherings were allegedly at the center of clandestine transactions and power conflicts, where loyalty was tested in ways that would be difficult for the general public to accept. One specific allegation mentions a chat between 2 former security guards who Music said they saw something that led them to quit the firm entirely. In contrast to a more complicated and ominous reality, they depicted an extravagant universe. As the rumors continued to come in, the focus shifted to Tiny Music, Harris, and her response to the barrage of charges. Those close to her said she was devastated. By the way, people were using Music to create a sensationalized documentary about their personal history. She reportedly got into a furious argument with T that the staff could hear. Music, because she was curious about the veracity of the rivals' hushed secrets. The betrayal felt personal because this was no longer just about music or business. It has to do with their music standing in society and the core of their union. Meanwhile, every frame of the leaked episode was being analyzed online in an effort to Music identify every location and every face. The discussion was so intense that it was impossible to untangle the web of conspiracy. as people started to perceive links between seemingly unconnected incidents. The allegations state that 50 Cent was sitting back and enjoying music, the chaos he had unleashed, while grinning and assuring the world that he was just getting started. He reportedly told a group of co-workers that he didn't even need to release the full documentary music since the fear of what was in it was doing more harm than the actual movie. This psychological warfare is a classic move, and the Gunit CEO has transformed the art of the struggle into a multi-million-dollar media strategy. When the first 1,300 words of this article are revealed, the audience is left wondering if T can ever recover from such a public humiliation. The charges are serious, and the emotional stakes are very high. Every news outlet is scrambling to obtain a statement from the Harris music camp, which has gone into total digital lockdown. Because of how awful the first episode is, the music business is waiting to see what will happen to the remaining episodes. The violation of trust by former friends who allegedly helped 50 Cent obtain these information is perhaps the most painful part of the entire narrative. Music T is reportedly looking for a mole in the organization, who feels that someone he trusted betrayed him in return for cash or the opportunity to win 50 Cent's favor. Atlanta is experiencing a true paranoia that is spreading like wildfire. Every friend is now suspicious, and every memory is being re-examined for signs of treachery. The Harris music family has always put on a united front, but the seriousness of these allegations of homosexuality is testing that bond like never before. Reports state that the kids are reading online comments and posing queries that no parent wants to answer. There is no longer any separation between private and public life. The fall of a king and the end of an era continue to make headlines. People compare this to the biggest scandals in music history, saying that we are seeing a live music execution of a heritage. A somber intensity combined with a sick fascination drives the clicks and views in the hip-hop scene. Every minute, a fresh idea about a certain person is revealed through a reflection or a voice in the background of a video. The level of scrutiny is intense and relentless. The story claims that T is preparing for a major counteroffensive. It's unclear, though, if anyone would believe 50 Cent's account of events after seeing what he has put together. The narrative is being shaped by the algorithm. Additionally, the algorithm is currently wanting drama music. The psychological toll on all parties engaged is becoming evident, as public events are cancelled and social media identities are deleted. This is the reality of a modern-day rap war where streaming music platforms are the battlefield and high-definition files are the weapons. The Harris team is reportedly trying to negotiate with networks to prevent more leaks, but 50 Cent is an independent businessman with no superiors. What gives him power is his ability to address the fans directly, who are listening with wide eyes and open music lips. Just as destructive as the file's content is the way they are presented as unquestionable facts. The tension is high, and the music air is heavy with the scent of a falling empire. As everyone around the world waits for the next move in this deadly game of digital chess, the Harris family was now completely terrified as the second batch of news reports began to reveal even more shocking details about what 50 Cent was allegedly about to reveal next. The homosexual party files rumors about the existence of music evolved into in-depth accounts of what happened behind the velvet ropes at those exclusive high-stakes music parties. According to industry sources who claim to have seen peeks of the upcoming video, the plot is far more complicated than anyone could have imagined. The second episode of this show is said to go even deeper into the allegations of betrayal within the Harris inner circle, highlighting the length of time these truths were kept hidden. The tension allegedly reached a breaking point when T Music discovered that one of his closest childhood friends had been caught on camera talking with producers associated with 50 Cent's camp. 50 Cent's camp. The treachery felt like a dagger in the back when T supposedly realized that the barrier he had built. Fans are shocked by headlines about enraged altercations in the studio. When T allegedly demanded that everyone turn over their phones to look for leaked texts, feelings were running hot as allegiances were questioned, and the Harris family was divided about who they could still trust in an industry that appeared to be turning against them. Tiny Harris reportedly told her friends that she never thought her life would become a show for everyone to make fun of after being seen crying at a private function. According to reports, she was upset that 50 Cent was mocking their past music value, claiming that the narrative being pushed was a twisted version of reality. Meanwhile, 50 Cent continued to fan the fires by posting enigmatic images that seemed to confirm these people's whereabouts. His admirers were preoccupied with scrutinizing every photo to find any sign of the music stars who were purportedly there. According to the stories that have surfaced, everyone in the industry is afraid of what could be in those files. there is a palpable sense of fear, since 50 Cent is renowned for not holding back. If he has footage of other celebrities attending these events, the repercussions might be catastrophic for more than just T. The news cycle is currently dominated by claims that some well-known musicians have privately contacted 50 Cent, asking with him to keep their identities out of the documentary music. This increases the tension as viewers wait to see who will be revealed next. The discourse between these anxious celebrities and 50 Cent music is reportedly cold and formal, with 50 allegedly telling them that music is just the messenger and that the truth is the truth. As the crisis worsens, the public's perception of the Harris family continues to shift. Many admirers who were formerly loyal followers are now questioning what they thought was real about the marriage. It is challenging to discount the accusations of secret lifestyles and covert goals, because the claims come from so many different sources. T2I is reportedly feeling the burden that his legacy is getting away from him. He has historically governed the South, but he is now seen as having too many secrets to keep hidden. The emotional stakes are enormous because this is more than just his job. It's about his children and how they will view him in music later on. Tension increased after an alleged leak from a former employee described a scene where T was trying to purchase back. In the song video, 50 Cent employed a middleman. Legend has it that 50 Cent laughed at the offer, saying that the look on his face when the complete documentary music is presented to the world is worth more than any amount of money. This kind of psychological warfare makes 50 Cent a formidable foe in the music rap game. He wants to win the debate, but that's not all. His objective is to totally ruin the other person. The Harris family reportedly hired a team of private investigators to find out how 50 Cent got such personal information, but none of their leads seem to be working. The files look to have been provided to the family music by someone so close that no one would ever suspect them, or they appear to have appeared out of nowhere. The central topic of this second part of the novel is betrayal, as the world witnesses the collapse of the Harris empire as a result of its own secrets. Many people on social media are taking music sides. However, the momentum is clearly in 50 Cent's side because he controls music and the information flow. Every time I try to publish something uplifting or showcase T's music, questions about the homosexual party files flood the comments section. The relentless barrage of criticism is clearly having a detrimental effect on his mental health. He has reportedly been spending most of his time restricted to his home gym or recording studio, avoiding the spotlight and trying to figure out his next move. His sons have also been caught in the crossfire of King Harris's vehement defense of his father, which has garnered media attention. The kid Harris reportedly went on a tirade, in which he said that the entire movie was produced and edited to disgrace them, and that 50 Cent was just jealous of their family. However, 50 Cent's response, which ridiculed King's remark and stated that there would be more proof in the next show, only fueled the fire. The reactions of fans vary from shock to morbid interest. They are shocked that music has progressed from a disagreement that started nearly 2 decades ago to this level of personal destruction. The new frontier in hip-hop culture, the transition from a rap fight to a documentary expose, has everyone on edge. No one knows now where the border is or what is prohibited. According to the narrative music, the Harris family may be preparing a substantial court filing to stop the documentary's publication, but legal experts caution that it may be too late. The damage has already been done, and once the information is online, it cannot be taken off. The emotional struggle in music is evident in every public statement made by the Harris camp, as they struggle to maintain their dignity while being pulled through the muck. They are portraying themselves as the objects of a carefully thought-out slander effort. However, 50 Cent portrays himself as the one who is finally exposing the industry. The suspense is building in expectation of the story's resolution, which will either reveal the final solution or its extinction. Every news article is a piece of a larger image that eventually comes together to show a world of sex, music, power, and betrayal. The gay party files have become the most talked about topic in entertainment news, and people around the world are anxiously expecting the next disclosure. While the Harris family battles for their lives, 50 Cent serves as the judge, juror, and executioner in the court of public opinion. The stakes and tension are at an all-time high as we approach the heart of this explosive drama, where no one is safe and the truth is more complicated than any fiction. The Harris family was now in danger of their legacy completely collapsing as the rumors surrounding the last chapters of this alleged documentary grew more intense. Rumor has it that at the end of the 50 Cent's presentation, long-kept secrets from the early 2000s would be revealed in a direct confrontation between the past and present. Snorts greater than fans are shocked to learn that 50 Music Cent has purportedly secured interviews with individuals who were once in T.I.'s inner circle during his height of fame, individuals who are now ready to publicly discuss the customs of those private gatherings. The press reports portray an atmosphere of complete fear inside the Atlanta music hip-hop culture because the consequences of these gay party files go much beyond a single man. The Harris family reportedly became divided after a particularly contentious meeting in which they were forced to decide whether to go into complete media blackout or keep fighting music. Tiny Harris reportedly made the remark that their children ought to be aware of the truth before learning it online, which incited strong feelings. However, T maintained that the entire incident was a well-thought-out hit piece by a rival who has made trolling a career. The drama took a dramatic turn when a new report surfaced, claiming that 50 Cent had alluded to a specific film, starring a senior industry executive who was allegedly present at these occasions. People are now continuously checking their backs to see whether they are implicated in a file leak as a result of this action, which shifted the focus from a personal grudge to a scandal affecting the entire industry. The Harris camp is reportedly dealing with the fallout from canceled business partnerships and delayed music initiatives. Watch to see if the documentary will air in its entirety, or if this is the final bluff. Music 50 Cent handles every social media post like a breaking news story, and you can almost feel the tension through the screen. T.I. is reportedly working on a counter-documentary, but observers don't think he can match the sheer speed and production value of the Gannett media machine. The public finds it hard to dismiss the narrative created by the accusations of a double existence and the betrayal music of friends. Despite the fact that no formal charges have ever been filed, reports state that even their most trusted employees have limited access to the Harris residence, which has become a bastion due to growing concerns about leaks music. In an alleged chat between T and a close associate, the King of the South expresses his surprise that his career could be summed up by a collection of rumors and shaky film after everything he has contributed to the culture. The emotional stakes are evident in every blurry paparazzi photo and short video clip that exits the Harris complex. The world is seeing a reputation that took decades to build as a slow-motion train disaster. As the reports progress snorts toward a conclusion that centers on the ultimate resolution or lack thereof. 50 Cent is reported to have told his group that he has already won because the discourse is now exclusively centered on what he wants people to talk about. Music, the homosexual party files have become a cultural phenomenon that shows how digital media can destroy legacies and create reality without ever going into a trial. Music fans are amazed by the volume of information being released. Even though it remains in the realm of comment and speculation, the Harris family is reportedly trying to find a way to return attention to their music and charitable